Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a pan those eyeshadows update. I feel like I haven't done one of these in so long because I also have just kind of fallen off the wagon with like eyeshadows, which I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's talk about all the colors I currently have in this project. I haven't hit any new pans, unfortunately. So the first eyeshadow I had in this project, or have in this project, whatever, the things I'm working on for June, the first shadow is the shade Classic from Melt. Honestly, I haven't kept track of my usage numbers. The last time I edited my spreadsheet was May 23rd. So I haven't kept track all month, essentially. I'm truly sorry, but like I said, I can't be bothered with eyeshadow, and just like I've been pretty busy going back to work and everything, like full on, that just like tracking usage and stuff has just totally escaped me. It's not been a priority, and I don't want to get sidetracked of making makeup a chore. So like if I'm not into it, I'm just not into it, and so I stopped. I'm sure I used this 45 times. I had not hit pan, but again, this is a huge pan of eyeshadow, so I didn't necessarily expect to. So that's the update there. I had in the shade Chip from my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, so it's this shade right here. Honestly, I can't even tell you if I used this. I think I used it a couple times, and it was like flaking to below my lash line, and like it's a dark shadow obviously, so it was like making dark shadows under my eyes, and I was like, you know what, no, it's not gonna happen. Also, it's like a pretty, like, it's obviously an added step, like I don't need to do this, so I am super close to hitting pan, but maybe like in the fall or something I will try and like work on that and hit pan, just because I know I'm so close, but like for the summertime I'm not super into like liner right now. I'm doing the least, honestly. So I also had this shade right here, which is Smoky But Natural, if you can see it. Okay, so here it is. Honestly, I have a pretty big dip in it, as you can see. Don't know that it's close to pan at all. I was using this with a combination of like my fingers and my brush. Comparing it to this shimmer down here, I don't know that it's close to pan. It might need like another month or two. I enjoyed using it over the past month, but we're gonna talk about going forward in a few seconds. Right after we talk about my singles. So I had these two singles in the project. The top one is Oktoberfest, and this one is, I have that backwards. Okay. This is Oktoberfest from Coastal Scents, and this is Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek. So as you can see, they look pretty they look pretty unused to me. I use these a bit throughout the month, but then I kind of, like I said, I've just like kind of gave up on everything. I just kind of threw it all out the window. So I didn't hit any new pans. I don't even know if I made that great of progress over the past month, but you're gonna have months like that, so like it's whatever. So I just want to talk about quickly my pan percentage. Last month was 6.82. I'm trying to get to 10 by the end of the year. I bought the two little like Fenty palettes. I bought two of the Fenty palettes. I guess there's more than just two. So that brought my percentage down to 6.25. I'm still at 6 out of 10, like that's not too bad. So, but it also increased my eyeshadow numbers by 12. So that it's gonna be a little bit more obviously to get through. It's not gonna be like as easy to move up my percentage now. But I only have 144 shadows, so it's still not too bad. I know some people have like over 300 pans of eyeshadow. That would be overwhelming to me. I have 144, still a little bit overwhelming, honestly, but that's not too bad. So what I am going to do for this next month, I know I'm all over the place in this project, but like I said, I just want to do what is making me happy with makeup right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. So lately I have been pretty pressed for time in the morning. Like, traffic has been picking back up because with like people coming back to work and stuff, and I am working more days in the office now than at home than I like was previously. So I don't like have as much time to just like leisurely do whatever, who cares what time I get to work, that type of stuff. And also my boyfriend's schedule has changed a little bit as well, so I don't like to, like, we weren't on the same schedule as we were before, and I'm just feeling like more rushed in the morning. And I don't know if it's just in my head or if I'm just like truly running out of time. But what I've come to like realize is I was spending like over half of the time on my makeup on just my eyeshadow. And I was like, I only have a certain amount of time to get ready, and I can't be spending a majority of that time doing my eyeshadow. Like, throw down a color, throw down a shimmer, get your ass out the door. Like, I don't know. It was just something I became aware of, and then it started to really bother me. Like, I can't be spending this much time on just doing my eyeshadow. Like, if I'm going to something important, great, but like if I'm just going to the office, no one's gonna be like, wow, your eyeshadow's so pretty today. No one's gonna say that. There's like 20 people in my building right now with COVID, so like no one's gonna say that. So with all that being said, here is what I'm going to do over the next month. This is totally not necessarily like pan those eyeshadows, but it's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work on both these two little palettes from Fenty. So these are my newest palettes. I wish I would have done this when I got the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded, is that what it's called? I wish I just would have taken a month once I got the new palette to just like get acquainted to that new palette. So I'm gonna take the time with these Fenty shadows to do that. So here's what these two look like. I know I just talked about them in my recent things I bought during May video. So here they are. I'm just gonna kind of work on these. Obviously, they're brand new. So like, I don't necessarily expect to hit any pan, but I just want to get like more acquainted with them and not just like put them into my drawer right away, which is what I kind of did with the Urban Decay palette. So I might come back to that one later on. But since I am, like, the goal of this is to hit some pans, I am actually gonna put in some singles as just like supplemental shades. I think some of my problems in this project so far is like having so many different things to grab. So like, this was my situation last month. Like, this is 3 separate items that I have to go like digging into to create a look. Like, I just want to like open one thing and be like, okay, here you go. And then I always use these single shades as just like supplemental shades, so these are fine to me. But once I have to open like multiple palettes, I'm just like, okay, I only want to use one, so like screw the rest of the shades. So I feel like I just need to have a refresh this month, and then we can go back into certain things. In this Tarte palette, I have all my singles. This is like truly a neutral lover's dream. This is my single palette. I could definitely go through this in a video for you guys if you wanted. But what I'm going to do is take these 2 singles and put them back in their rightful places. Okay, so those shadows are back into their places. What I'm gonna do is honestly take shadows from here that I'm pretty close to hitting pan on. So I'm gonna take this shadow right in the center. I don't know if you can tell, but like, one more use honestly is probably gonna have pan, so that's an easy gimme product. I'm gonna go for it. It's Wake Up Call from ColourPop. Next, what else did I have? Oh, next I wanted to do these 2. They were my other 2 that had like pretty good dips in them. So this one is the shade, I think it's from the Manny MUA palette. I think it was called Sora, maybe. This was like my favorite shade in that palette, and I was so scared to use it because I didn't want it to like get pan, but like I probably have that color so many times over, so we're gonna do it. And just because I hit pan on it, like, it's still got a lot of life left after you hit pan. I'm gonna grab the shade next to it, which is Frappe. This is also in that palette. As you can tell, like, it was one of my favorites in that palette too, because I freaking have like it's got a pretty big dip in it already. And then the only other color from this I'm gonna grab is this shimmery shade up here. I don't know if you can tell, but it has like a decent amount of use on it. It doesn't have like crazy use by any means, but say I want to just use like my single palette without the two Fenty ones, then I'll have a little shimmer in there, and then I can use that shimmer in my inner corner as well. So honestly, this palette is just browns and shimmer, but I don't care. I didn't even say what this was. This is Shimma from Makeup Geek. Here's a swatch of it. It's pretty just like regular shimmery. I feel like I have something else on the back of my hand. I'm gonna swatch these four while I'm at it. I don't even know if you can see these shadows just because they're like so, they're so light. They're not new by any means. Like I've had these singles for quite a while. Okay, so this one was Shimma. This one that you can barely see, it's almost a little cool toned, is Wake Up Call. This one is from the Manny MUA palette, that Sora shade I want to say, and this one's Frappe from Makeup Geek. That one's a little more cooler toned again. This one's obviously pretty warm toned. So I think these four shades will supplement these palettes really well. Let me see if I could like hold all of them up for you. Here's everything. So yeah, I don't necessarily intend to hit pan on like these, but some of these I'm assuming I can get pretty dang close because like they all have pretty big dents in them already. So that's where I'm going with this project over the next month. Thank you so much for watching. Before I ramble on anymore, I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.